today on the worst mechanic ever.
The breaker bar did the trick, so it was kind of tough to get that baby in there. And I guess that'll be a tip, that is a 17 millimeter at the back, so he might be tough to get out of there. So try to get yourself a breaker bar or get yourself an extension that you can slide over your ratchet to break that thing free. You're gonna need a bit of torque to free that thing. So, and again, I took this thing apart like a year ago, and I did use anti-seize on the boat, but it was still tough to get it out. And I wasn't able to leverage enough torque with this setup. So now it's broken free, and I think I can now do it. So I'm gonna work that thing out. Before breaking it free 100%, I'm gonna free up the 14 as well. But that's the tip, and I try to use a long socket for that instead of a short socket. If you don't have one, then use the extension, but just be careful that you don't strip that bolt back there, and make sure you're using a 6-point socket opposed to a multi-point. Don't ever use a multi-point for working on a car. Okay, so now we're going for the 14. So to get to the 14, you could get a socket in through here, and I'll show you where the 14 is at in a second. So again, 17's at the bottom. I guess that's a better shot. So he's at the bottom back here, and the 14 is up here. So let's see if we can see what that looks like. He's right where my finger is at. Can't see it, but he's right under this hose right here, right under that hose, and that's a 14 millimeter. So again, I'm going to be using a socket back here to try to free that thing up. What I have to do is get the bolt out now. It's already loose. I just had to get it out by hand. So what I did is that I used my socket and extension with the wrench behind it. Right, I get it back through this guy here, right under those hoses. I got to the bolt. I can see it. All right, yeah, that's the angle. So I got to the boat. The boat's back there. Man, the boat is right back. Why can't I see it on camera? Oh, that's where it's at. Okay, the boat's right there. I was having a hard time getting the angle on it, and just work it and break that thing free. It's not that hard to get out. This one's loose. I just have to bring it out by hand because I don't want to lose it. So I took my glove off. I'm gonna get my hand out and pull it out. I am gonna use 2 hands for that because I don't want to lose that boat. So I'll see you in a second. I'm gonna be sticking one hand up through here just to kind of put a finger on it, and then one at the bottom to try to grab it. Do whatever you can to get that thing out of there, or just don't lose it. So real fast, I'm working on grabbing that bolt, which again, it's already loose. I just have to catch it without letting it fall. So if these hoses weren't in the way, the job would be so simple. You know what? I should have just gone with what I had planned, to just remove the hoses, but whatever. I decided to change the plan a little bit and take the starter off before removing the hoses. So whatever, I'll keep it up. So I got the bolt out, and it's not cross-threaded, so that's good news. It was just tight. You can see it does have a little bit of an anti-seize out there. So we got the starter loose, and it's ready to come out. Well, I have to take this clip out right here before I do that. But it is loose and ready to come out. So I can't get it on tape, but I just wanted to show you what the bracket is doing. Let's see. Nah, I'm not gonna get it on tape. I'm not. But what makes it tough is just having this radiator valve in the way. This guy here, and again, he connects right to the 17 millimeter bolt. So let's see what happens. So I am ready to take the starter out. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this guy here. All right, should be pretty simple. You press the little clip back here and just push it backwards. And I don't think I can record that because I don't want to snap this thing. I'm gonna be real careful. So again, push it here, push the little tab back here, and then push it backwards, push it outwards, and you should be good. It was pretty simple. So I guess I'll show you. So grabbed my flathead, and I can't even show you. I guess I could. And I just pretty much just pressed the tab down and pushed it outwards, so towards the engine bay, or towards the engine. And that was pretty much it. It was pretty simple to get it out. So now we have to get the starter out of here. And again, that bracket is going to be stopping it from coming out, so you have to watch out. I wish I could get a picture of what that is, but I can't. Alright. So, and there's actually a couple things happening with that bypass. The thing's just a pain in the butt, I'll be honest. That bypass is a pain in the butt. So let's get this starter out of here. So I'm pulling it out now. I am going to use 2 hands to do this thing, just to make my job easier. Let's see if I can record what I'm doing. The bracket's in the way. It's not letting me get this thing out. Alrighty, just dropped it down a little bit. And I freed it up, so there it is. And I'll be honest, I think that'll be it for today. It's getting dark, so and I don't have a extra light today. So that's it. Check this out. It's missing a bolt. It's supposed to have a bolt here, and these are really rods. They go from here, and they connect all the way back in here. Last time I was trying to get this thing out, I used the impact screwdriver, impact driver, whatever, and I broke that head, and I actually put it back on just like that. And I haven't had any issues with that. I think my problem is the brushes. I did get in there, clean this thing up pretty good, but again, the brushes are old. I didn't replace them. I'm pretty sure if I replace them, this thing could keep on going on. And I would like to figure out a way to, you know, kind of like stop this guy here. So yeah, that rod goes all the way through, and you can see it here. Yeah, it broke, so it's pretty thin. So we're gonna be replacing this guy, and I'm almost gonna try to put this bracket back on without taking the hoses off, but I don't know. I know what I'm getting myself into. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. You know what? I have some more space. Let's see if we can see that bracket. Not the bracket, but the valve. I stopped the camera before the battery falls out. Flip it around, and I'm gonna get it in here and see see something. Again, I don't have any additional light, so I'm not sure what the camera's seeing. And I hope the battery doesn't fall out. I'm gonna try my best. I'm sure we can see this, but I can't see it. But there's a couple locations where the bolts connect to. 2 locations. One is open, and the other one is closed towards the back. So that's it. That's the bracket. That's the bracket. That's the bracket or the radiator hose valve that just gives us a hard time. That's the bracket, the radiator hose valve that just gives us a hard time. And again, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna pack it up. It is getting dark. The sun's going down. I don't have additional light, and that's good for today. You know, we took it apart. So tomorrow I might go ahead and remove the hoses, and let's see what happens after that. So let's start to pack up. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and release this video in 2 parts just for the heck of it. I'll probably go ahead and start editing all these little clips that I just recorded today, but I guess you don't care about that stuff. So again, my biggest tip, I guess, is make room for you to get to the starter, because this car is just tight. It's just tight back there. That radiator, I call it a bypass valve. I don't know what the heck it is. That valve, that radiator valve, it also has a bracket that connects to these 2 bolts, and it just makes it a pain to get to the starter. It makes it a pain to get to the bolts. It makes it a pain to get this thing in. It makes it a pain to get it out. So, you know, make room for yourself. Again, if you want to take the easy route, the way that the manual explains it, all you do is just I guess remove the battery box. You know what? You probably don't even need to remove the battery box. Just remove the intake. Make room for yourself. Removing the intake. Just remove the 17mm bolt, the 14mm bolt, and then remove the little plug. Pretty simple to remove it. Just you notice that there's a tab towards the back. Press the tab in and just push it out. I used the flathead, a long flathead to push it in and just force it out. It was pretty simple. And then try to just wiggle the starter out. You know, just try to wiggle it out. Okay, so the battery actually died for today, so that's it.